You can ring Doug's bell. Ring Doug's bell. Doug's bell. Ring Doug's bell. You can ring Doug's bell. Ring Doug's bell. Doug's bell. Ring Doug's bell. Welcome to the Doug Bellcast. And now, here is your host, the star of Ring My Bell, Doug Bell. Hey, welcome to the Doug Bellcast. This is going to be a good one. Come on, Bell. That's gross. Hey, welcome to the Bellcast. This is going to be such a cool one because I was reading a story not too long ago about a guy I've talked to before. I forget. But it's been so cool. Like the podcast has been up and the response has been so viral. Like it's crazy. Someone told me that that Christ wants to come on and there's a big buzz. I'd love to get Bob Lee on. I haven't seen Bob Lee in so long. He's funny. He was on Mad TV. He would get a kick out of it too, because I would see him and I would always go, "You're on Mad TV. Are you mad?" I would say that to him. He'd always get a kick out of it. He always be like, "Come on, Bell." I said that to him one time too. I'm like, Mad TV. I started improv and I had like one of those improv things. I'm out in LA a long time ago taking some meetings and I'm outside the Comedy Store and I see Bob Lee, right? He's just kind of hanging out, just checking out the scene. So I walk over to him and I go, "Bob, Doug Bell." Like I knew he knew who I was, but I was just being polite. And I go, "Bob Lee, Doug Bell." And he goes, he kind of got me steamed like a vegetable because he goes, "Oh, are you a comedian?" And I was like, he knows. I think I said that to him too. I'm like, "Yeah, like you never heard of me." And then it got like really tense. And he goes, "Oh no, I don't pay attention. I've been busy." And I go, "Yeah, you're on Mad TV." And I go, "Are you angry?" And then he got like a kick out of it and he realized I was the real deal. But I told him that time, like he was trying to talk to this girl. And I was kind of like, "Dude, she can wait because I got an opportunity for you that's going to like blow you away." I go, "You ought to bring me on Mad TV as your sidekick." And he's like, I don't handle that part of it. I'm like, "Trust me, never take no for an answer. I read a book on Hollywood." I go, "Bring me in there. We'll do some impressions together." And I go, "Let's do Starsky and Hutch. Instead of like Starsky and Hutch, it could be Bob and Doug. We'll do like we're cops or whatever." And like, "I'm too old for this junk." Like I didn't want to curse because it was TV. I'm like, I'm too old for this jazz. And you could just kind of like crack up. I'll just riff some jokes. And we could go in there. You could bring me in as like your little, as like your compadre. I say that to Bob Lee. I'm like, "Bring me in as your compadre and we'll just rip it up." And I can do the impersonations. Me and Frankie Caliendo. He does, I do the impressions too. I didn't do Johnny Madden, but I would do Pat Summerall. I would do Patty, "Here on the frozen tundra." Like I would do like that. And I go, maybe you could tell Frankie that me and him could do like a Summerall Madden thing. He could do like here's a guy, and I could do like "On the frozen tundra. The Cowboys against the Chieftains." So whoever was playing, it would be so cool. And I go, I do different characters. Like I do, I told this to Bob too. He's standing there. And the girl he was with, I was like, "Just let me do a couple of my characters for you." Blah, blah, blah. I didn't even have the bell with me at this point. But I could be like a funny waiter. So I had a towel with me, right? I walk out like this. And I go, "Bob Lee." I go, "Hey, I'm your waiter." I go like that. And I go, what do you need?" And he's like, "I can't really do this right now." I go, "Come on, man, just do an order. This will be so funny. You could see like my characters." And he does like, "All right, I'll get a glass of water." And I go, And I go, oui, oui, monsieur, but the water is broken. I will have to bring you beer. I say that to him, you know. I'll have to bring you, I'll have to, I will have to bring you beer. Like I made like a French waiter thing, which I just kind of did. Usually it would be like a British surly waiter who didn't take any. You like a cup of mead? I would do like that. But I go, but I said to Bob, I go, I will be over there, you know, like that. And I asked the girl, I go, Madame, would you like to have a glass of champagne? And she's like, I'm not an actress. I don't want to do this. Which I told Bob, but that ain't cool. You know, she's supposed to be helping me get on Mad TV. So Bob was real stuck up. I asked him to help me get on Mad TV. And he's like, yeah, leave me a number. I'll talk to my agent. But I don't think he ever did. I don't think he ever did at all. And I asked him also if he could hook me up with Vince Vaughn, because Vince Vaughn's a good actor, and I think we would have like really good comic chemistry. Because I seen his movies, and he does like all these big characters, and I could be like, what do you like? I could be like the short buddy, and he could be like the tall buddy. I told all this to Bob Lee, and I go, why don't you hook me up with Vince Vaughn then? You know, but he's too good. All of a sudden, Bob Lee forgets that the little guy needs help. Anyway, I got ring my bell right after, but the rest is history. So we showed him, you know, and now the Bellcast and Tiger Belly are like probably like two of the bigger podcasts. So I guess we should make up. But he probably wants to get on my show to promote his, but we'll have to see. And Simon Cowell, this is what I was trying to talk about. I just remember that Bob Lee story. Simon Cowell, you know, from American Idol. Me and him would be such a team. I seen him and I go, because I wanted to do like a crazy audition. He was in a department store, it was Barney's. He's, you know, he walks in, he's looking for a suit, get the shades on. And so I walk over to him and I go, you know, American Idol's floor 5. I say that to him at the bell. I go, American Idol floor 5, you know, like just to get a kick. And he turns around and he goes, what are you doing? You know, like Simon. And I go, oh God, here we go. So I go, cranky men, row 5. I said, not row, I said, floor 5, cranky men. I do that to him, you know. I go, you want to let me come on and do like a wacky audition? I say, dude, that's the funny part. I'm like, I told him, you guys should show more of those auditions because those are really funny. When people come in, they're like, ah. I'm sorry. That's disgusting. I didn't mean to do that. But I go, why don't you show those crazy auditions instead of editing them out? Stop editing them out. You should show them. Show when people aren't good. I go, you only show the good ones. But I start coming there, I'll do like a wacky thing, like where I'm like really nuts and I don't know what's happening. I'll kind of come in and I'll go like, I'm going to sing a song or something. I do something like that. I go, I'll sing a funny song like, you know, the star of God bless America. And I'll mess up the country. I'll go, God bless. And I'll say another country or something. It'll be so funny. And you can go, that was awful. And I'll go, yeah, let's see you do better. It says this is Simon. I go, dude, how funny would it be if all of a sudden you go, well, why don't you sit here and judge for a little while? And then all of a sudden me and you are judging together. And like how I said, it would be off the chains. I said to him, I go, that would be so funny. Me and you just judging, like you could go, that's awful. And I could sit there in the other seat and go like, why don't you do better? And then all the contestants would like me and they go, we got to make Belle happy, you know? I said that to him. It was so cool. I didn't buy anything in Barney's. It was really expensive. I bought a pair of socks, but they were like $70. And I walked up to the counter, blah, blah, blah. I figured it'd be like $4. And they go, $70. And I go, do I get a pair of, I think I said something funny too, because Simon was online. I go, do I get a pair of feet with that, Simon? I said that to him, you know, and he smiled at me, you know. So, I mean, I would be down to do that, but it was a cool chat. I was following him around the store for a little while, talking to him about it. And Steve Martin too, man. I seen him one time when I was out there. I was in Beverly Hills, Rodeo. I called it Rodeo Drive. I didn't know. I was asking people, is this Rodeo Drive? 'cause I was trying to act like I lived in that area. And I seen Stevie Martin coming out of like some Fifi Shoo clothing place, Mr. Expensive Clothes, you know. So I walk over to him and I go, I see I go, you shopping here? I think it was like, some like Fred Siegel's. I go, wow, I guess being wild and crazy it pays off. I said that to him, you know. And I go, what's Queen Latifah like, dude? All kidding aside. I asked him about Queen Latifah. He goes, she's very nice, but I have to go. And I go, man, me and you ought to hang out and have a brewski because I will be bringing down the house. I say to him like that, you know. I say I'll be bringing down the house. I say like that to him, you know. It was funny, but he was cool about it. I think he had to go, but I mean, me and him would have tore it up. But I waved when he went by. I did like one of those to him. You know, I gave him like a little, all right, compadre, I'll see you around. See you around. What I think I said, I'll see you around school. I said that to him, you know, because we're both professional comics. I seen Tommy Lee out there too. That was so cool because I'm a big crew fan, big crew fan. And I go to him, I go, Tommy, I can't wait to see you get out there and rock. I do that because he was a metal guy and he's walking out of this place. He's in there like they sold belts or something. He's like a real rock and roll place. And so I go, hey man, I bet you can't wait to get up there and rock tonight. I say that to him, you know, and he did like the thing. But I did that to him too. But I didn't know you weren't supposed to. I put them like that, like they were horns. I go, you can't wait to get out there and rock tonight. And then I do that. And he laughed. He just laughed. Him and his friends started laughing. They were really like laughing hard. So when he been laughing, I was like, oh, cool. He loved this. So I do it again. I go, you're going to rock tonight. And I do this again. And they just stopped laughing and he got in the car. But I thought it was so funny when I did it again because I'm like, I was going to turn this into a role and just talk to him about like Motley Crue. Because like Shout at the Devil is a cool song. Looks to Kill. I think I even said that he was just driving away. I go, Tommy, looks to kill. I do that to him. Looks to kill. You know, I think he knew that I was like a fan. But this is so cool being on All Things Comedy, ATC. You ought to call it ATB. I said at the bar, I go, you ought to call it ATB, All Things Bell. And I think he was annoyed. He got offended. He goes, it would be All Things Bar if it was a B. He says that to me. He got like a little bit snippy. And I go, yeah, well, maybe I could be in Star Wars and then we'll see. I think I was a little bit cranky right back. I gave it to him. I go, maybe I could be in Star Wars and then we'll see. Because they're going to probably use me and give me a bigger part. But I think that might have upset him. So I had to kind of like write like an email and blah, 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 straighten the whole thing out. And it was crazy, but he was cranky. I go, hey, I go, Barry, ATB. And he didn't go for, maybe he was just in a bad mood or whatever. He was with that guy, Paul Virzi. I like Paul Virzi. He's good. But I said to him too, like, you know, I see him and I could tell he wasn't in a good mood. And I go, dude, I heard you talking about your road rage. And I go, instead of Paul Virzi, your name should be Paul Cranky. I call him Paul Cranky. And he just kind of like, he bell-eyed me. Because I don't think he knew me. I just seen him and I heard him on the radio and I go to Paul Cranky, like instead of Virzi. And I go, you ought to take a chill pill, buckaroo. I told him that. I go, take a chill pill, buckaroo. Because, you know, he's going to have a heart attack or something. And he kind of come up. I can see he goes, who are you? Because he gets like really, I go, oh my God. I go, I'm surprised you didn't burn your fingers lighting the match on that short fuse. I do that to him. And I go, Doug Bell, damn glad to meet you. I pulled a bell out. I had the bell in my pocket. I go, trust me, compadre, we're birds of the same feather. That's gotta come out. I'm sorry. That ruined the whole story. I told I told Paul Virzi, hey, we're birds of the same feather. And he goes, "You're a comic?" He does that to me. And I go, "Yeah." And I go, "Man, I'm telling you, when I get drive, me and you," I said, "Paul, me and you ought to do like a podcast together." I go, because one time I yelled at a guy out the window. I screamed at him. I'm like, "Where'd you get your license out of a Cracker Jack box?" And Virzi smiled when I said that. Like, you see how funny that was. I go, "Dude, stories like that, me and you," I said, "we break the internet. We break the internet." I think he understood too. But it was so funny because I could relate to being like I swear the guy cuts me off one time. I go, "Where'd you get your license from a Cracker Jack box?" I said that to him, Virzi. He got a little smile. Like, I could see the wheels were turning. So if you see him doing it on stage, tell him that's Bell's. Not to try to lift it from Bell. Anyway, I didn't mean to talk about Paul and Billy Burr, but it just got like a little bit weird, especially with Burr getting mad when I wanted to rename ATC. But anyway, it's a cool one, right? Like a lot of celeb stories, blah, blah, blah. But if you see Virzi, tell him like Bell's talking about that podcast. Get him excited. Like, he'll be happy I'm still talking about it. He'll be so psyched. I'm giving him like a little bit of shine, so maybe tell him he can mention the Bellcast or whatever. We give each other shine, me and Verz, I think. Paul Virzi's a good kid. Anyway, listeners, I talked a lot tonight, but let me just grab the bell and just say, hey, fly wild and stay gold. I'm sorry. You can ring Doug's bell. Ring Doug's bell. Doug's bell. Ring Doug's bell. You can ring Doug's bell. Ring Doug's bell. Doug's bell. Ring Doug's bell.